at Centerville High School. That'll be two talented teams going at it in the Sweet 16 game. Congratulations to head coach Chris Slusher and the girls, who have marked double-digit wins for 7 straight seasons. Boys soccer in the district finals tomorrow at 2 at Trotwood Madison, and girls soccer in the regional semifinals Tuesday night at 7 at Centerville. Good luck and go Rams. Football captains are going to get ready and meet at midfield. Always great to welcome back former Badin head football coach Dave Worth here tonight as an assistant at McNicholas High School. Dave had 5 excellent years at Badin starting in 2004. Back tonight as McNicholas assistant. Coach Dave Worth, welcome back to Badin High School. Captains are meeting at midfield. Badin captains Rocco Malazzo, Pete Pendergast, Trent Owens, and Alex Albrink. Tonight's honorary captain from the class of 1974, Doug Becker. Doug was an outstanding player at Badin High School and then went on to play for a national championship team at the University of Notre Dame. Welcome back, Doug Becker, tonight's honorary captain. McNicholas has won the toss and deferred. Badin will receive the opening kick and defend the north end zone. It's senior night. Let's congratulate and thank our Badin seniors for all the excellence they've shown on the fields of play, in the classroom, and as great representatives of Badin High School. 2 members of Badin Rocks. Senior Zach Provart, escorted by his parents Mark and Kelly Provart. And senior Mason Thomas, escorted by Sandy Thomas. Our Badin Cheer seniors, Maddie Berry, escorted by David and Susie Berry. Kylie Blakely, escorted by Mike and Vicky Blakely. Audrey Buckle, escorted by Michael and Sarah Buckle. Sophia Murphy, escorted by Brad and Aaron Murphy. Thanks to our senior members of Badin Rocks and Badin Cheer. Now let's meet our Badin senior football players. Number 36, Alex Albrink, escorted by Tony and Becky Albrink. Number 51, Dylan Andrews, escorted by Chuck and Lori Andrews. Number 54, Cole Brandeburg, escorted by Joe and Tiffany Brandeburg. Number 29, Jackson Brewer, escorted by Jeff and Andrea Brewer. Number 4, James Brink, escorted by Ryan and Gemma Brink. Number 3, Declan Brown, escorted by Nick and Shannon Brown. Number 17, Colton Emerson, escorted by Greg and Mary Sue Emerson. Number 14, Zane Ernest, escorted by Michael and Zaneib Ernest. Brian Estrelato, number 52, escorted by Ray and Valerie Estrelato. Number 1, Lem Grayson, escorted by Lemuel Grayson Sr. and Latika Pipkin. Number 15, Evan Kathman, escorted by his grandparents, Debbie and Dave Kathman. Number 78, Andrew Lip, escorted by Meg and Becky Lip and Haley Lip. Now number 15, Evan Kathman, escorted by Debbie Kathman and Dave Smith. Number 5, Rocco Malazzo, escorted by Josh Ammon and Julie Malazzo. Number 33, Trent Owens, escorted by Brad and Amber Owens. Number 10, Alex Pate, escorted by Tommy Pate and Bridget Pate. Number 61, Pete Pendergast, escorted by Brian and Kathleen Pendergast. Number 7, Ben Sakash, escorted by Drew and Shay Sakash.
Yes, we have it.
And number 57, Kevin Bonilla, escorted by his dad, Rafael Bonilla. Ladies and gentlemen, your Badin football seniors. Congratulations, Badin football, Badin cheer, Badin rocks. A great evening. The first ever senior night at the Matandy SportsPlex. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, it's senior night. Once again, welcome to the Matandy SportsPlex at Badin High School. We're glad you're here for tonight's contest between the Rockets of McNicholas High School and your Badin Rams. As a reminder, the administrations of Badin and McNicholas High Schools expect the basic principles of sportsmanship to be demonstrated by our athletes and spectators at all times. These principles include showing respect for the opponents and the officials, maintaining self-control, and recognizing and appreciating skill in performances regardless of affiliation. We further believe that being a spectator is a privilege and not a right. Spectators will be held accountable for good sportsmanship. Thank you for treating Lanni Family Stadium with the appropriate respect. And remember that this is a no-smoking facility. There are no pass-out checks. If you leave the stadium, you may not return to the game. Badin and McNicholas welcome you tonight to the Matandy SportsPlex. Beacon Orthopedics and Tri-Health treat the largest number of high school, college, and pro athletes in the tri-state area. From surgeries and physical therapy to orthopedic urgent care and Saturday morning injury clinics, our specialists will get you back in the game on your schedule. Thank you to our medical directors, Dr. Stephen Jung, Dr. Brian McCullough, Dr. Todd Grimm, and certified athletic trainer Max Weinkamp for the amazing service they provide our student athletes and community. Whether it is the game of life or on the field, Beacon Orthopedics and Tri-Health are your healthcare partners through it all. Visit beaconortho.com or trihealth.com for more details on how they can help you. Beacon Orthopedics and Tri-Health and trainer Max Weinkamp. A terrific trio for our student athletes at Badin High School. Attention fans, we got some special reunions happening tonight over in our Herd Hub and in the Frank and Vivian LaPera Alumni Room. We're proud to welcome back the classes of 1990 and 2000. It's great to have our alumni back on campus as part of their reunion weekends. Let's give a big round of applause and show them some Ram pride. Welcome home, class of 1990 and class of 2000. Great to have you back at Badin High School. Thanks to Bird's Restaurant, a game day sponsor once again tonight, 500 Wessel Drive in Fairfield Village Green. Bird's, great food. Fairfield Village Green, 500 Wessel Drive. Thanks for being a game day sponsor once again tonight, Bird's Restaurant. Student Council is collecting donations for their Adopt a Family Service project to buy Christmas presents for families in need during the Christmas season. Please visit their table near the concession stand to learn more. That's Student Council collecting donations for their Adopt a Family Service project. Check their table near the concession stand to learn more. Let's meet the Badin varsity cheerleaders. Aubrey Barnett, Kylie Blakely, Lillian Bourquine, Darcy Brandeber, Adeline Brenner, Bella Carpenter, Miley Froge, Devin Heath, Taylor Nichting, Jenna Seacash, Araya Storms, and your senior co-captains on senior night, Maddie Berry, Audrey Buckle, Sophia Murphy. Thank you, girls. Thanks for all you do for the spirit of Badin High School. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country like no other. Before we play football tonight, let's please stand for pregame prayer and remain standing as we honor America with our national anthem. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Good and gracious God, we ask for your blessing upon the game we are about to play. Thank you for the opportunity to use our gifts and talents as we compete. Guide us to see your goodness in our coaches, teammates, opponents, and ourselves. Give us strength, endurance, courage, and grit in our participation. May the prayers of our Blessed Mother protect us in sport and in life. Grant our team the determination and skill to compete with excellence and to bring glory to your name through our efforts. Amen. God is good. And all the time, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Performing our national anthem this evening, Marina D'Annunzio. Marina is a graduate student at Miami University. She's a student teacher in social studies here at Badin, and she's a co-advisor to the cheer team this year. Marina?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed child at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Marina D'Annunzio.
Thank you so much. Great guys. Great job.
Your officials for tonight's game, the back judge is Jim Jouk. The head linesman, Dave Solt. The line judge is Bobby Sagers. The umpire is Mike Lind. And the referee is John Sagers. Thanks for being here this evening. It's senior night, head coach Nick Yorty and your 2025 Badin High School Rams.
Good evening, folks, and welcome here to Hamilton, Ohio, where we are about to watch Badin here on senior night for the first time ever at the brand new stadium. I'm Dan Conway here, and in a minute I'm going to be joined by Luke Jensen. Luke is currently fixing a technology problem, but he'll be joining me very shortly. Looks like Badin is going to be back deep to receive the kick here from the McNicholas Rockets as they welcome in their rivals from the south. Got a chance to talk to McNick's coach before the game, Coach Orlando, who's been there for 15 seasons. I would have carded him had he was buying a beer. The guy is pretty young looking, just saying, but he's been there for 15 years. We talked a little bit about the history of McNick as well as the history of this rivalry here. McNick has last clipped Badin 7 years ago in 2017, but since then it's been a couple of big blowouts, but like 42-7, but also you've had some close scores the last 2 years of 10-6 and 38-35. Looks like we're going to be getting here underway. McNick off to kick right now. It looks like it's 32. Andrew, oh gosh, I can't pronounce his last name. I'm sorry, Andrew. Squib kick. It's going to be fielded about the 28-yard line, going across out to about the 38-yard line before a host of Rockets blow that play up. Yes, you'll hear puns like that throughout the evening, Badin fans. Return made there by number 5, Rocco Malazio. So here comes the Badin offense led by Colton Emerson. Colton is a senior here on senior night. He's going to have Lim Grayson, his senior buddy, behind him in the backfield. Check with me with Coach Yorty at the sideline real quick. Fumble on the opening snap. Grayson is down on the play. Not a great start there by Badin. A little bit of pregame jitters there. There's some of that. It's senior night. I remember I couldn't think the first about 10 snaps of my senior night of high school, and then I got benched because I was terrible. It's going to end up being here about 2nd and 16 here for the Rams, but the whole playbook is open. Let's see what Emerson's up to. Pass off to the left side. It's going to be incomplete. The ball is dead. Just ignore McNick going after it. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long here for the Rams. Talking to Coach Orlando before the game, he mentioned specifically that they were going to have to focus in on trying to make stops on 3rd down. This is an excellent opportunity here for the Rockets to do that. Want to specifically highlight one Rocket, Caleb Naiman. He is a senior. He's labeled as the best running back that they have had at McNick in the 15 years that Coach Orlando has been here. Unfortunately, he's injured, but we will talk about him more later. Emerson rolling out to the left. He's got a man. Pass is incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and long here. And the McNick coaching staff, they're feeling it a little bit here. They're next to me in the other booth, banging on stuff. They're excited right now. .11:07 left here in the first quarter. Badin going to punt.
That was not expected for the first drive of the game for Badin, especially a fumble, the opening play. That was not expected.
Luke, it's good to have you on the call with me here tonight. A little bit of a high snap, but able to be gotten there is Ben Sackage.
Sakash.
Sakash. Okay, I'm gonna mispronounce names tonight. I'm sorry. I didn't get a chance to talk to Badin's coaching staff. I walked out there to talk to Coach. He already shook his hand, said, "How's it going?" He said, "Hey, we got to run to the locker room and get ready for senior night." He did take the time to talk to me for a minute, but I didn't go through names or anything like that. So if I mispronounce a name, I do apologize. So after that exchange of punt, it's going to be McNick ball at the 30-yard line. Luke, everything good technology-wise?
Yeah, we're so far everything's cooperating.
That's good. You're going to see the spread offense here out of the Rockets if this is the first time you're watching McNick this year. Handoff down the middle. Oh, nope. Play action. Sorry for the French, colorful French language coming from my right here. You have a completion out to the right side. It looked like it was number 11 out there for McNick, which is Brody Reinhardt. McNick going to pick up 7 yards, and the first positive play from scrimmage belongs to the Rockets.
That was surprising. Not expecting that. I think this will be a better game than we were expecting.
Well, the past 2 years, they've stuck with you blow for blow.
Those have been nail-biters to the very end.
Quick pass out to the right side, and it's complete. Zarius Harvey, the senior wide receiver, who could be playing in his last game for the Rockets, but they might explode today and take down the Rams. First down and 10 there for McNick.
Yeah, the last 2 years they've been nail-biters down to the very end, and they've been both at McNick too. So it's been a hard place to play against them, but we got the home field advantage here.
Mm-hmm. And it's exciting. I mean, home night, senior crowd, this is exactly what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Evan Sandvoss, the McNick quarterback here, he's going to hand it off down the middle. It's going to be 19. Zayden Harvey, and he's going to roll a little bit, pick up some good yards, and it's second and short. Staying ahead in the chains here. This is good football by the Rockets.
I think they're trying to get out ahead early, make Badin catch up to them. Badin normally comes out first.
Well, one of the ways, if you want to pull an upset on the road, score early and score often.
Keep that Badin fan and student section silent.
Mm-hmm. And they are quiet right now, yeah.
Probably a little cold, too, but
we got the heat on in the press booth, folks. Don't worry. Handoff down the middle again. This time it stood up. The Badin defense in there. It looked like it was 53, which would be Evan Price, junior defensive lineman in there, making a big hit. That's going to bring up third and medium here. I'm sorry, it was 51, Dylan Andrews. He's a senior playing in his last home game here. So, Luke, what do you run here? You got the whole playbook at store, 3rd and 4.
See, I didn't play football, so I don't know a ton of the plays, but
what would you call in Madden?
I would think either like a short run or a pass. That was
pass play off to the right side. It's going to be caught, and it's another first down by McNick. Joseph Reyes, I believe, is how you pronounce that. He's a sophomore running back according to the playbook, or according to the program. 1st and 10 here for Badin.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to do a short run because Badin's defense probably would have, stuffed them pretty good. They usually stop them pretty short on that.
I'm sorry, folks. 1st and 10 for McNick against Badin. I'm so used to coming here and seeing Badin have success. It's good to see McNick here sticking with him early. Got motion inside, and that's going to lead to a handoff going the other direction. You're going to pick up about 4 yards there as Zarius Harvey doing some dirty work. The McNick line, though, is having success against Badin.
Yeah, that was something against Alter that we kind of looked a little slow on our defense at first, and then they kind of kicked in towards the end, kind of like the Bengals sometimes. Like they'll either be there or not there. And they, eventually kicked in, but definitely a little slow start so far.
I'll bring up Alter here in a second. 5 wide receivers out on the field for Evan Sandvoss. Draw play. Sandvoss going to go out, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards, make it 3rd here and short, and this is also a chance maybe you see McNick take a shot because they have the opportunity to pick up 4th and short. So, Luke, let me just bring this up here. Last week you played Alter, just an old, phone booth kind of game, 2 physical teams just hitting it out. And then you got the distraction of the senior night ceremonies and everything going on. Do you think Badin's playing a little bit tight, a little nervous, a little beat down?
Yeah, they're definitely not showing their full strength right now. They're definitely starting a little slow, but it's definitely big opportunities like this where they'll start to kick in and then they'll start to hold them back.
Okay, you've got a penalty here. It's going to be a false start on everybody but the center here. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 here for McNick, which eliminates the opportunity to take a deep shot and have a short 4th and short.
Yeah, I would definitely think they're going to try to pass on this because I don't think you'll be easily getting 8 yards on a run.
No. Badin going to counter by bringing in some more speed. In specific, they're going to bring in number 12, Cooper Clay, who is a sophomore entering the game for what looked like the first time tonight. 3 wide receivers going down, make it 4 wide receivers to the left here of the formation. Sandfoss, quick pass out. It is caught. No, they're going to call it incomplete. Harvey couldn't get his hands underneath that. So that'll bring up 4th and 8. Let's see how aggressive Coach Orlando is here for the Rockets.
I would definitely think that they're out of field goal range, especially at high school level. So I would think that's out.
I mean, it's a 56-yarder. That's kind of
yeah. Well, yeah.
You could
a little farther back than I thought.
Yeah. NFL kickers aren't. Well, I mean, NFL kickers will try anything from 70. So
maybe if we had a McPherson, but
yeah. Wonder if there's going to be a fake punt here. High snap, but it looks like it's going to be caught. Punt. Oh, what a punt right there.
That's out of bounds.
It is. That's about as good as it gets. It's going to be down at the refs. Are they calling that a touchback? No, they're going to down it at about the 5-yard line. So Badin's going to have 95 yards to work with here. If they fumble the opening snap like they did last time, it's going to be 2-0 Rockets.
Well, or you can have a 80-yard return like we did last week, and that can change the game up real quick.
True. So Grayson coming back on here at quarterback. It's been good to watch, or not Grayson, Emerson coming back on at quarterback. It's been good to watch his progression through the year. He's not just staring down one receiver. He's becoming a more and more complete quarterback. Man in motion here for the Rams. Handoff to Grayson off the left side. McNick expecting a run and going to hold him to a yard on first down.
Yeah. That is a name you will hear a lot tonight, Lem Grayson.
Mm-hmm. Another senior, another really good kid. I've watched him over the years here, and very classy, it seems. Watched him shake hands. He was injured when the last game that I was here for, which was Edgewood. Edgewood came over and shook his hand. Really impressed by both teams that night.
That was a good game, too. That was a good first home game here.
Mm-hmm. McNick coming out and stacking the box. You had another fumble here on the play. Grayson going to take it and make something out of it, but it's going to be 3rd and 8. Another fumble early by the Rams.
I don't think I've seen them try to throw the ball yet. They've only done runs.
They threw the ball on 3rd and 16 or whatever it was.
So
but
far out it didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a little cold, need to get them on the heaters. I don't know. They don't normally start like this, so this is interesting.
They just feel tight. Toss play over to Emerson. He's got a hole, but it's met by a host of Rockets, and they bring him down. So it's going to be another punt. McNick with back-to-back 3-and-outs here against Badin. On to punt is going to be Ben. How do you pronounce it?
Ben Saycash.
Saycash. All right. Ben, I'll try to get it right here throughout the rest of the night. You got 2 Rockets back deep. It's going to be number 14 and 17. That is Max Orlando and Brody Conrad. Good high kick. Caught it about caught by 17 at the 48. Making a man miss. Getting out. McNick is going to be starting at the 39-yard line. That was number 17, Brody Conrad. So we'll see how things progress from here, but McNick was able to move the ball, and they've been able to stop Badin. This is not going to be a 42-7 like it was 3 years last time they were here, or last time they played at Badin, I should say.
Yeah, and they're starting with really good position this time, and I don't like that.
Evan Sandfoss here back at quarterback. Fakes it. Goes out to number 4. Drop pass there by Mitch Ganem. Probably a good decision. He was going to get lit up there by the Badin defense. Rocco
Rams.
Rocco, what is it?
Milazzo.
Rocco Milazzo was right there in excellent position. And they'd have lost 2 or 3 yards. So good decision there on the drop. But a little RPO action right there out of the Rockets. 5 wide receivers here. Quick pass off to the right side, number 18 with the catch, and that is going to be 3rd and about 5. Lim Grayson, I think, was the one on the tackle. Yes, that was Lim. And 18 right there is Harvey. So you're seeing the two, what looks on paper based on how they've come out starting this game, best athletes for each team going at each other right there. So this is where Badin's defense kind of bowed its neck after a false start penalty. Hand off up the middle, makes a man miss, runs a guy over, and first down McNick. It's Joseph, I believe it's Roos, R-E-U-S-S, with the first down, and McNick is at the 26-yard line.
They are keeping those chains moving, and that is not good.
Mm-hmm. Well, what they're doing is they're staying ahead in first down, and it's making it 3rd and short there. So Coach Orlando seems to be having things cooking really good.
Well, I feel bad for the defense because they're constantly back in our field position already.
Man in motion, handoff again down the middle. Big cut in the hole is Zarius Harvey. He was caught in midair. Oh my goodness, what a catch by the Badin defensive player. Normally only say that about interceptions, but a catch right there of Harvey. But hey, 2nd and 5.
I wouldn't mind an interception right now. That sounds amazing.
I keep forgetting that we're calling this like pro Badin because I'm so used to being like neutral. Yeah, I should be a little bit more Badin-esque here.
Well, right now there's not much working on Badin's side, so they got to change this momentum.
Man in motion, faking the handoff. Sandfoss off to the right side, makes a man miss in the hole, and he's got it down to the 12-yard line where he was brought down by the Badin secondary. That looked to be number 9. Emmett Sackenheim, potentially. That might be Emmett.
We need ourselves a spotter.
We do. I'll put it in the budget next year, see if they'll have that. Folks, we don't have a budget right here at the Badin News Network, or Badin Sports News Network. First down and 10 again, ball at the 12-yard line, and this is where when you play NCAA 26, they say, and you can smell the goal line from here.
Yeah, they're getting close.
They are.
And they still can get another first down, too.
They can. Handoff again inside, and looks like McNick is pushing him around. Number 19, Zayden Harvey, who is a senior, with the play right there. And again, 5 yards on first down. McNick is pushing back the Badin offense or defensive line.
They burned through pretty much already a full quarter. Down only to a minute left in the quarter.
The other thing they're doing is huddling slowly. This is clearly trying to shorten the game. My wife is at Kings Island. She said to join her if the game ended quick enough. Handoff down the middle. Makes a man miss. This Harvey, he's down at the 3-yard line, and they're starting to rugby push him in. The McNick coaches in the other press box are sitting here cheering him on. Okay, refs needed to blow the whistle at some point. But, hey, it's going to be 1st and goal, I think. No, 3rd and inches. Time for a little tush push here if you're – no, it's 1st and goal. You can still do the tush push from the 3-yard line if you want.
In the – yeah, now they're going down. Now they're 1st and goal.
Mm-hmm. That looks like that might be – nope, they're going to have to run one more play here. Yep. So, Sandfoss back in the backfield. He's joined by his mate, Joseph. Fumble. Nope. Sandfoss stood up and it looks like touchdown. And the Rockets explode here for a 6-0 lead. Touchdown, McNick early. So that drive right there, a lot of that was Evan Sandfoss as the quarterback, but you had Joseph Roos right there, and Zarius and Zayden Harvey.
There's
a penalty marker on the flag?
Yep, they're calling something on the offense.
So you've got a hold on McNick that's going to bring it out of the end zone and back to about the 10-yard line.
Well, and they got to switch sides now because it is the end of the first quarter. Still tied, 0-0. That was a quick first quarter.
It was, and that felt like by design. I mean, this game kicked off at 7:30, and here we are sitting at
7 o'clock.
Or at 7 o'clock. At 7:19, we are through 12 minutes of football.
That's been the goal of a lot of, especially the GCL teams, is keep that Badin offense off the field because once they're rolling, you can't stop them.
Well, but think about this. Badin fumbled on the first play of the game, lost 4 or 5 yards, 6 yards, whatever it was. Hasn't had a first down. Badin with negative yards in that first quarter. This is total dominance by the Rockets here early. And if you're a McNick fan, you have to be loving what you're seeing. So after some confusion, it looks like it's going to be 1st and goal following the touchdown getting reversed by the hold. Ball at the 7-yard line. All right, Luke, how do you turn momentum here if you're Badin?
Definitely need to stop right here. They pushed them back, so they're says ball's on the 2, but that's not right. It's about the 7 right now. So the defense needs to come up with a stop and push them to stop them, make them kick a field goal.
Right now, I think if you're Badin, you just simply got to try to figure out a way to stop the inside run because they're averaging 4, 5, 6 yards a play, and that's going to get you beat every time.
Yep. They need to get that stopped.
So Joseph is in the backfield there, faking the handoff. Sandfoss is trying to get into a race to the edge. He's going to be run down by a whole host of Badin Rams. You've got number 9, Emmett Sackenheim right there, along with a bunch of others. Number 51, I really want to highlight him, Dylan Andrews as well. He is a senior in there on the stop, but it was Emmett who kept the play from going to the outside, forced Evan up the field, and then, well, he got clobbered.
They lost probably 3, 4 on that, I'd say. 2 or 3?
Somewhere on there, yeah.
Good. Any loss for them is good because they've been moving those chains a lot. It's good to see them push them back. Sometimes just a penalty can turn things over.
It can. 2nd and goal. Man in motion is going to be Harvey. Sandfoss, he's got time in the pocket. Sandfoss looking, touchdown, number 14. That is Max Orlando. I'm willing to bet that that's the coach's son who is a sophomore. The McNick coaches just let us know that was how they do things around here. There was a couple other words in there I'm not going to repeat, but
yeah, we don't want to repeat those.
Yeah, if you can hear those, I'm very sorry about that. Touchdown McNick, it's 6-0 Rockets. On to attempt the extra point is going to be number 32, Andrew C. coming on, and he is a senior. Good snap, good hold, good kick.
I thought that was going to whack the scoreboard for a second. It was close.
That might get you in trouble over there. Make for a long night for me if you're going to be having to fix the scoreboard because I'd be calling the game by myself. So, Luke, what does Badin need to do? Because for the first time all year, if I'm correct, they're trailing at home. I think Edgewood had him tied.
They were trailing against Alter, I think, last week.
Okay, I apologize.
That was a nail biter. That was down. We had a couple interceptions, and that turned the game over, but we were down to them last week. But I did not expect this at all, especially this first quarter, to be down 7-0 and not be able to move the ball at all. But sometimes just flip of a switch or that momentum just can shift, and that's all you need. So,
but here's the thing: this is the opportunity to punch above your weight. I had the opportunity to talk to Coach Orlando before the game, and his exact quote was, "We played ourselves into this where we have to watch people or win, and we're going to have to win if we want to make the playoffs." He doesn't back down from the Badin challenge here. Andrew back deep to kick here.
Well, and McNick's definitely pretty hungry because they lost to Alter and Fenwick recently, so I don't think they want to lose to Badin too.
Pooch kick, picked up. Badin going to get pushed out of bounds. Ooh, Big tackle right there by Zayden Harvey, one of the seniors on this defense. And there's just an attitude with McNick tonight. Badin doesn't seem to have that. Badin's playing almost like a pretty boy football.
I think they kind of think they have it in the bag with them being undefeated, and it's not looking too good for them right now. And they should remember what the last 2 years have been like. Last year was not as bad, but the year before it was down to like 5 seconds or something like that. We scored a touchdown with 5 seconds left on the clock. It was that down to the last minute.
All right, let's see what's in the Coach Yordi bag of tricks here for the Rams. Man in motion. Handoff, quarterback keeper, right side, making a move in the hole.
There we go. There we get some motion.
That looked like Badin football right there.
There we go. First down. Yep. There we go. Sticks are moving. That'll be first down for Badin.
That was Badin football, right? I'm going to go right downhill on you, and you're going to like it, and either you're going to stop it or you're going to break.
That looked like a whole different team than that first half.
Yeah.
That first quarter.
Well, negative 6 yards of offense in the first quarter. I mean, you're not going to win any games doing that. So here we go. Badin throwing the counterpunch to McNick's first initial. Emerson hands off to Grayson. There's a penalty marker on the field, but you have a 2-yard gain by Badin. Once again, there's a penalty marker thrown by the back judge, which usually points to holding.
I saw something thrown, but I couldn't see what it was. Those windows aren't helping.
We can open it if you want, but I don't want to lose the heat.
Nah. I'll take the heat any day.
So it's going to be holding against Badin, and they're going to back it up here. So it'll be 1st and 15, as it was where the hold was, not a 10-yard penalty. Well, it's a 10-yard penalty from where the hold was. 1st and 15 for the Rams. 2 running backs back with the quarterback in the backfield. Grayson going in motion off to the left side, and you've got a false start on Badin. Boy, Just
had the momentum, and now that's just pushed them back. That first penalty moved them back pretty big, and this is now just pushed them back even worse.
Yeah, they're back where the drive originally started. They've lost 10 yards here. This doesn't feel like Badin football right now.
Yeah, and this is like that Edgewood game where those penalties were killing them. Were killing Edgewood. Now it's the opposite, and they've been pushing back Badin. They just ruined that good start to a drive.
Mm-hmm. So 1st and 20. Handoff. Stood up in the backfield. The Rockets explode on it. Number 31 was in there, and that is Sam Whitcomb. He is a junior, and
nothing.
Yeah.
They stopped him right away. They actually lost 2 yards on that.
25 is going to be checking in the ball game. That is Crew Brown. He's a junior. Looks like Badin will probably end up throwing. They're taking Lim Grayson out here on 2nd and 17.
Oh, they actually gained 3 yards then.
I think the refs gave him a kind spot. But play action moving off to the left. Caught, catch by number 4, moving up the field. And James Brink is going to make a catch, the senior on senior night. But it's still going to be 3rd and
long.
really long.
Yeah. They maybe got 3-4 on that at most. Yeah, only 3. Yeah, 3rd and long, so they need a pass or something long to get past those sticks, or else they're going to be giving them the ball right back.
Back into the game checks Grayson. It's officially labeled 3rd and 14, but my eyes are saying that's closer to 3rd and 20.
Yeah, the sticks not being lined up with the
Run play, right side. Moving up the field is number 11, Hudson held, and Hudson has stood up, and it's going to be another stop by the McNicholas Rockets. So back into the game is going to check Ben. How do you say it again?
Sakash.
Sakash. You shouldn't know how to pronounce the punter's name all that well.
Well, you're going to be saying his name a lot, so you'll learn it pretty quick.
That's true. All right, Sakash is back to punt here. 4th, and they're saying 10, but it looks like 15 in my eyes. Slow snap. punt is really good. Caught about the 24. Moving up the field here is Harvey. Harvey out to about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. And, again, good field position. Not as good as last time, but still good field position. McNick is, you know what this is? This is the equivalent of a guy going to work because he has to go to work versus a guy going to work because he wants to go to work. That's what this is right now. McNick wants to be here right now. You're just not getting the same vibe from Badin.
Yeah, I thought we had something, and then those penalties just kind of threw everything out.
Sandfoss is going to give a handoff off to Joseph. I'm going to ask the McNick coaches here at halftime how to pronounce that kid's name. 2nd and 6 here, following a 4-yard gain on first down. But again, another 4 or 5-yard carry. McNick is really playing good football.
They got to stop that run.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's just a dive play. Like, this is an Urban Meyer specialty. I'm going to run the dive play. I'm going to dare you to stop it. And when you don't, I'm just going to embarrass you. Man in motion is Harvey off to the right side. Handoff again. Nope, faking the handoff. It's a big play to the wide receiver. He's down the field. Big hit by Lim Grayson, but it doesn't matter. Zarius Harvey will take a big hit every time when he gets him down to the 36-yard line or 38-yard line. 1st and 10 again, Rockets.
That run, man, Badin's not stopped them. They also haven't really thrown much. They just keep running it, and they keep pushing that ball down the field.
And hands on the hips, there's no energy right now. Somebody needs to spark this team.
Well, if they don't, Yardy will definitely be giving it to him at halftime.
Harvey again, the other Harvey, I might add. It looks like there's twins. They're throwing me off, number 18 and 19. I wish one was 18 and one was 81. That helped me out here. So I'm just going to say Harvey. It's either Zarius or Zayden picking up 8 yards on first down. And every time you allow 8 yards on a run play on first down, you're playing with fire.
Yeah, and every time they move that's less and less towards that end zone, and that's how they got that first touchdown. That defense needs to stop them, or they're just going to keep walking right in.
Yeah, but again, there's hands on the hips. Nobody's yelling. Nobody's communicating. It's just simply line up and getting outmanned by the McNicholas Rockets. Sanforth is going to hand it off to Harvey, off on a jet sweep out to the outside. He's going to make a man miss, pick up another first down.
The defense just looks like they're just like half dead. They don't look like they have any energy.
Well, I think they beat Alter last week and thought we're just on cruise control. They're forecasted to get a bye in the first round of the playoffs. You've got to earn it on the field tonight.
Yeah, if they could lose tonight, that could really shift things up, and maybe they have to play next week, which I really hope they don't have to, but they definitely need to show that they want to have a bye next week.
Exactly, and it's just as simple as this. McNick going to call timeout here. McNick wants to be here tonight. Badin, they just showed up. So 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line here. Luke, I want to talk a little bit about you. You are a student here at the University of Cincinnati, right? You had the opportunity to work with ESPN Plus the other day. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with Entertainment Sports Programming Network and how fun that was, the opportunity?
I've gotten to do a lot of ESPN Plus games, a lot of ESPN games, a couple for Fox, and it's crazy how much of a different environment it is compared to high school, just the amount of crew that you need for a broadcast, all the different people you get to work with. It's crazy how much different it is, and especially dealing with the big companies. They roll in these big like semi trucks, with all the equipment, stuff like that. Where high school, it's like one person or two, and it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'd like to talk more about how you have the opportunity and what your goal is at the end of the day. But let's get back to the football here. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. There's going to be 2 wide receivers to the right and 2 wide receivers to the left. One of the wide receivers is going to be Max Orlando. Handoff down the middle, and it's going to be another big gain here as it's a big tackle right there by Hudson Hyde. But, again, the Badin front just getting dominated.
Yeah, they can't stop that run, and that's why they just keep running and running. They're not throwing the ball. They're just running it because they know it keeps working.
2nd and 5. Onto the field is going to be coming Evan Sanfoss, the junior quarterback from McNick. Sandfoss faking the handoff, making a throw, looking for another touchdown. Incomplete pass. Good coverage out there by Lim Grayson, but Mitch Gannon had his fingertips on it. That was almost the second touchdown pass there for Sandfoss, who, by the way, according to the McNick program, is labeled as a quarterback. He doesn't look like, or as a wide receiver. He looks more like a quarterback. He doesn't look like a wide receiver right now.
Badin needs to stop here if they're going to, try to turn this half around and tie it up. They need to stop him here because it's going to be harder to come back from 2 touchdowns. Badin can do it, but let's keep it 7.
Pass play here. Sandfoss going to look. Ball is intercepted. Oh, just intercepted right there. How about junior Emmett Sackenheim with the pick? That is exactly what the doctor ordered, and Luke Jensen called it right there. The Badin crowd is now back into it, and we get the pick.
That was right when we needed it. They were getting a little too close to that end zone, and now we can get that momentum shift.
Well, here's the thing. 4 minutes and 43 seconds left on the clock. You've done nothing in the first quarter or first half. You've got 1 first down, and your defense has been punched in the mouth repetitively. They got a lucky penalty, they gave up a touchdown, and they get a deflected interception. The offense has to pick it up here.
They need to give that defense a break because they've been on the field way too much so far.
Mm-hmm. Run play down the middle, and it looks like they're going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Get some movement. Keep that clock running and keep the ball moving.
It's going to be Grayson there, too. He's playing superhero. They're taking him out, and they're bringing on Chase Even, who is a sophomore. I believe it's either Even or Evan. Even. Okay, E-V-E-N, yeah. I thought that might have been a typo.
Yeah, that's a name you hear a lot at Badin, Even. Soccer or football, that's a name you hear a lot.
Gotcha. 2 wide receivers here to the left. There's going to be 2 tight ends off to the right here on an ace-style formation. Man in motion. Low snap, picked up and caught. McNick was ready for it, though. It was unblocked up front by the Badin defense, was number 88, the defensive lineman, Josh Sharon, who is a junior, unblocked.
The quarterback's got to keep that ball. That's what, the second or third now that they've dropped. They got to keep that ball.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't. I don't even think it was really a bad snap. It was just a low snap off to the left. Quarterback caught it, and then all of a sudden you can't do anything when there's, a 5'10", 180-pound guy running full speed at you. I mean,
yeah, when you're a couple seconds behind, what you're supposed to be, it's hard to get away from them.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to bring up a third here, and it looks like 5 as very little limited damage was done. What is Coach Yordi calling here? It looks like he's going to wait and call timeout. Boy, this is playing conservative right here.
And there's the timeout.
Mm-hmm. So here, folks, we are with 3:25 left. That is not a misprint on your scoreboard. Yes, McNick is up 7-0 here on Badin.
Yeah, hopefully they come out of this timeout and can get that first down because you don't want to go into halftime down 7-0.
Exactly.
And you give them plenty of time to work with the ball. You give them 3-ish minutes to work with so they could possibly add on another.
Well, let's see what the game plan here comes out for Yordi. My thoughts are you spread him out a little bit, move the quarterback because that seems to be where where Colton Emerson is at his best, is throwing on the run. He's not much of a pocket guy. He's more of a mover. And 3rd and 5, I don't know that you can trust your offensive line right now to pick up 5 yards on a run play. So,
yeah, our quarterback's been running around, kind of like the Bengals a lot, where your offensive line's not holding up and you're constantly running for your life.
I got on Facebook Marketplace today, and there was a thing for sale. It had a backup quarterback. It had a picture of the Bengals' old quarterback for sale. Man in motion off to the left side. Emerson going to stay in the pocket here. He's got a man wide open. Short of the first down, but it is a catch to L.T. King, the junior. Big hit right there on the play by number 20, Matthew Powderly, as sophomore running back / linebacker. And Powderly with a big-time hit.
He was right there on him, too. He was right there waiting. I was like, oh, they might get the ball moving. It's right there. Stopped him.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. Badin on to punt for the 4th time. 1 first down for the Rams. Better punt. They went after it. Looks like there's going to be roughing the kicker is going to be called. 17 on the catch. This doesn't matter. Fumble. Ball went out of bounds here. But it looks like it's going to end up being, they roughed up Sakich right there. And McNick is going to give up a first down. So, well.
Hold. There was the kicker was complaining, and then one of the other guys down, he went down too.
You wonder if he got held into Sakich. I mean, that's holding against Badin, which is going to be declined. McNick ball at the 40-yard line. So the kid was held into the punter. That's why they didn't call roughing the punter right there. Well, if you're a McNick fan, this has gone about as perfectly as it can. You put a touchdown here on the board, and we're talking a 14-0 game at halftime. Not exactly what you want. The defense needs to get tough.
And now they're just like at that other drive. They're starting right at pretty much the 40-yard line, and that is not good if you're Badin.
Snap, handoff right down the middle. Going to get stood up. Oh, big-time hit. There you go. Oh, and there's going to be, no, it's not. It's going to be a face mask on Logan right there. They blew up the play. He brought him down a little bit high, I think. It looks like it's going to end up being personal foul face mask against
Well, that one guy who went down at the end, he should have just stayed up because he was already down on the ground, and then he kind of just jumped on him, late at the end.
Yeah.
Yep, it was face mask.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down that comes, first down yardage that comes with that. And now McNick is down to the 23 or 25-yard line. Badin's crowd is trying to encourage the team to get back into the game mentally. Handoff down the middle. Harvey's going to be stood up after about a 1-2 yard gain. He was met by a whole host of Rams. Or should I say herd of Rams?
Yeah, herd of Rams.
Herd of Rams. Listen, I'm not very good at this whole English thing. I just talk a lot. I don't talk well. I'm checking my phone because I expect to get blasted for that one. 2nd and 8 here for McNick. A lot of motion right now by the receivers. Their movement by the receivers. They're not in motion. They're just trying to mess with the Badin defense. Sandfoss, he's going to hand it off to Harvey. Harvey's going to pick up about 3-4 yards and then gets gang tackled. So you're seeing a little bit more spunk here out of Badin's defense, but they're still picking up yards on the run plays.
Yeah, well, you have a 15-yard penalty, too. That doesn't help the drives either.
No, it doesn't.
So that could have been a good stop, and then you had that one at the end where the play was already dead, and that just screwed it up all right there, that big loss.
Well, I think Logan Carswitch was the one who committed the penalty. It looks like he's got a big saw on his left arm. What is that? There's some kind of brace or cast or something. So it's hard for him to tackle as it is. So I credit the kid for playing hard.
When you have all that momentum, it's hard to stop, when somebody's already down, too. So that's not helping either.
Exactly. Sandfoss dealing with the teeth of the crowd, making a throw. Caught. 17 right there. 1st and goal. Close to 1st and goal. Catch on the play by Brody Conrad, the junior. 1st and goal, but we are getting under a minute to go here. McNick does have 2 timeouts. The clock is running. They're going to stop the ball there by spiking it. Number 1, Evan Sandfoss. So here we go. Luke, there's 44 seconds left. 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line. You do have what seems to be a competent kicker and a really good running game here. I think you hand it off twice, take 2 timeouts. If you can score a touchdown, you're up 14-0. If you can score a field goal, you're up 10-0. But you've outplayed the number 1 team in your league the whole first half.
Yeah, they need to stop him here because it's not going to be.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty there. False start on the right tackle. Kid just didn't hear the snap count.
Well, that'll help push him back a little bit. Make
Robert
him work harder.
Robert McCabe, senior, 235-pound, 6-footer, playing right tackle. It's just hard to hear. Or no, Chase Pulling, 6'2", 230-pound junior out there at right tackle. It looks like he was the one that was guilty of the false start. It happens, kid.
Especially when you got these Badin fans all loud and wound up, it's hard to hear.
Yeah, they were getting a little bit into it here. So, hey, first and goal, 44 seconds still on the clock. Second and goal, ball at the 15-yard line. Trips left, man going out in motion. Sanforth, it's a screenplay. Down the middle. Setting it up. He's down to about the 6-yard line is Mitch Ganem. That's the third time we've called his name on a pass play. We know who San Foss's favorite target is. Timeout, McNick. 35 seconds left. Ball at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I would say if they don't get this, they're going to go for the field goal.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is about having the timeout, they can run or they can throw the ball here, and they've got time to get their kicker on and get him comfortable, and they can also make sure that they don't have to kick it off the Badin, too. McNick is playing this about as perfectly as you can.
Yeah, they definitely need to clean this up this second half. This has not been a good look for the Badin offense or defense. Both sides have not been looking good at all.
No, they just kind of look lackadaisical, and you're kind of seeing it on the field. Some of the players are off talking to each other. You've got coaches with hands in pockets. You've just got
It's like they have no energy, like they don't want to win it.
Yeah, they spent too much of themselves beating Alter last week.
That was a tough game. That was down the very end. That was nerve-wracking.
Third and goal here at the 5-yard line.
Need a stop here. You need a big stop or a sack. A sack would be amazing.
Man in motion is going to be Harvey off to the right side. Sandfoss, he's got time in the pocket. Badin's going to try to blitz him. Sandfoss looking over to the end zone. It's incomplete. Ball was thrown out of bounds. He was looking over there for number 17, Brody Conrad, who did have a big return earlier on this drive. Fourth and goal from the 5-yard line. 22-yard field goal here.
Yeah, I know. McNick, they were trying to look for a pass interference, but that ball was way out of bounds. He wasn't getting that.
Mm-hmm.
That was high and out.
So this is basically like about a 5-yard extra point right here for this kid. Andrew, I'm sorry, Andrew, you've got a really long last name. I'm not going to try to butcher it here.
Play the safe card.
Senior kicker, yeah. I'll ask the McNick coaches when they leave for halftime, too, of the names here. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 10-0 is the score right now. Rockets are go, at least in Badin.
Yordi's going to have some choice words at halftime for his players. He's not going to be happy about this.
No, he's not.
Sometimes that's what you need, a good yelling from the coach to light a fire in you.
Well, here's the thing is this. This just looks like a team that feels entitled to a playoff bye. It feels like a team entitled to a GCL Coed South or a GCL Coed championship. McNick's coming out here trying to earn rent money. I mean, that's what they're doing. This.
Well, and the problem is, Badin, if they're going to be playing like this, they might just get kicked out of the playoffs real quick because it's not going to be easy like a lot of these games have been this year. They're going to be tough, down to the very end. And if that's one of the things we've learned in those playoff games. It's not like your regular season. They're much harder, and those games are always down the wire, good games. You got to play good because if you play like this in the playoffs, you'll be out quick.
Well, right now they are the 3 seed. Do you know who the 6 seed is that they would potentially be playing here?
No, I do not.
Alter.
Well, at least we did just beat them, so at least that helps.
Yeah, but if you play like this against Alter the second time.
At least it is a team that we have seen a lot.
Yeah, you're going to get whooped like you stole something.
Yeah.
you do this against Alter.
It's a team that we know a lot, we've seen a lot, so at least that does help them a little bit.
And you're going to kick it off here. It's going to be squibbed / almost onside. Ball goes out of bounds. It was touched by a Badin player, so it will not be a penalty. 36-yard line here. Badin playing with fire. McNick's not even trying to kick it deep.
Oh, they've squibbed it every time. They've not even, tried to give them a chance to really do much with it.
Ball on the 36-yard line here. The refs are sitting here having a conference. Do you know what it's called when refs are having a conference in the middle of a football game?
No, I do not.
Actually, I don't know. I can't tell that joke on a Catholic radio. $1 million. They're having a great conversation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to the audience at home. Yeah, you cannot. Badin, yeah, sorry. So it looks like they're going to end up throwing a flag here. Refs are sorting it out. A legal procedure penalty is going to be called on the McNicholas Rockets. Do you know who the coach is talking to the head ref right there? Because that's not Yordi.
I don't recognize who that is. It's hard with the Jackets. It makes it. That's Mr. McKinney. He's communicating with the clock operators.
Okay.
That's why I kept pointing this to the scoreboard so that they can make sure they add enough time back, which they did add 9 seconds back.
So for those of you who are at home, 22 seconds left here in the first half. Ball at the 42-yard line. Let's see what's up Colton Emerson's sleeve here. Emerson going to hand it off to Grayson. Grayson going to pick up about 2 yards and then get brought down by an aggressive attacking McNicholas defense.
I'm surprised that Badin's not tried their long passes yet. Like, something real long. That was one of the big things in previous games. They'd have a long pass downfield, and that would, change the momentum back, but they've not done anything.
Yeah. So we're going to go into the half. McNicholas leads Badin 10-0. Hold steady, folks. Yordi's got a halftime speech for the ages coming. Hang in there.
We'll be back for the second half.
raffle tonight. I would really like to thank everybody for donating. We received just a shade under $80,000 this year. $80,000 raised for the Badin Athletic Boosters, which goes directly back to all the athletes and all the teams. So we're going to draw the first 7 here. First prize is $8,000, but we're going to start at 7 and work our way down. Don't blame me, blame Nick and Jeff if your name is not pulled. I ain't pulling it. Seventh place, Carrie Budrus. Yeah. Jeez, oh Pete. Sixth place, Christy Carwish. Fifth place, Linda Stentz. Now we're getting into money. Fourth place for $1,000, Sarah Jung, seller Holly Jung. Third place, $2,000, Amy Drake, seller Colton Drake. Second place, $4,000 cash, Corey Stoops, seller Eli Stoops. And first place for $8,000, Morgan Denton, seller Andrew Denton. Thank you, guys.
Welcome to Badin High School. My name is Natalie Agnew and I'm the Director of Admissions here at Badin. I'm excited to welcome you to Badin and help you through the admission process. Since 1966, Badin has been a special place, shaping the way students think, achieve, serve, and lead. We're excited to show you all that we have to offer and the amazing opportunities available to you as you become a Badin Ram.
At Badin, students thrive in a smaller, friendly, co-ed environment with big opportunities to grow. From athletics to the arts, from service trips to student leadership, there's a place for everyone to get involved and to truly be part of something extraordinary. Academically, we meet students where they are and tailor their schedule for each individual so that our students can excel in a strong educational environment. Badin has 3 different levels of classes in English, math, and science to help students achieve their personal best while being challenged but not overwhelmed. Our comprehensive curriculum includes a variety of honors and advanced placement courses, as well as College Credit Plus courses, so that students may enter college with numerous course credits. Our academic support program offers the opportunity for students on individual education plans to thrive in our smaller school atmosphere. Badin is on an 8-period day, which allows our students to take numerous electives and get involved in the fine arts and performing arts. Our award-winning art program puts Badin artists in galleries all over Southwest Ohio. Our Badin Rocks ensemble does not march, but does find its way into the Cincinnati Reds opening day parade every year and features students playing everything from the piano and electric guitar to drums and other instruments that students have talents playing. Our drama program offers opportunities in class, on stage, and behind the scenes. We have a 4-year engineering program through Project Lead the Way, a national curriculum out of Indianapolis, and the engineering program boasts its own machine shop. Our business and marketing program is a great way for students to learn about and gain experience in the real world. Students each receive a new Dell 2-in-1 tablet for schoolwork, allowing them to do research, write papers, do homework, and utilize Google Classroom. About 90% of our graduating students attend college. Hands-on learning, passionate faculty, and programs like engineering, business, and fine arts prepare students for what comes next, college, the workforce, and beyond. And at the heart of it all at Badin, faith. We want students to enhance their faith, whatever faith that is. About 71% of our students are Catholic. Whether Catholic or not, students grow in character through Mass, religion class, retreats, and service, learning to serve God and serve others. Opportunities to get involved are endless. More than 90% of our students are engaged in at least one extracurricular activity. Join one of our athletic teams, club sports teams, and any of the 30-plus student clubs and organizations. Badin's facilities have kept up with our growing enrollment. The Fairman Family Activity Center is home to an auxiliary gym, a wrestling room, collegiate-level fitness center, and music space, and has been a huge benefit to the school for 20 years. In 2020, we opened the Student Development Center. The center includes a student commons where classes can meet and students can work on homework before or after school. The Hamilton Community Foundation College and Career Center is a great space for our counselors to meet with students and prepare them for key moments in their lives in high school and beyond. We are very excited about our newest expansion to campus, the Matandy SportsPlex and Lanni Family Stadium. It features a full synthetic playing field and practice field for soccer and football, as well as a competition track. A home field advantage at last. Badin is proud to be a co-ed high school. Students learn to collaborate, communicate, and work together. Our co-ed environment makes a large impact, with students from 60 junior high schools and over 30 zip codes. But they all come together as one to make the Badin family, the Ramley.
Discover you at Badin through
Academics,
friendships, faith, service,
Alumni.
mass,
clubs, athletics.
Ramley.
At Badin.
I look forward to meeting you at a Badin admissions event.
When you choose Badin, you're choosing a tradition of excellence. It's a place where students are empowered to serve others, live with purpose, and make a real difference in the world.
Badin really does bring that family aspect, especially at all school masses when we get to gather together in the gym with one focus on God. It brings us together in a really special way.
In the social studies department, our biggest goals are to help the kids understand the world they're living in and how it relates to the past, and then take that information to then approach their world as participants in it.
I think you should come to Badin because the teachers in the environment here, they give you the extra push to want to be here. Every time I come into the classroom, the teachers are amazing.
As educators, it is our job to prepare students for what comes after Badin by empowering them to achieve their personal best. One way we do this is by offering a variety of courses that not only allow them to grow their God-given talents, but give them the opportunity to discover new passions and interests. The combination of diverse classes we offer and our dedicated teachers create an environment that inspires lifelong learners.
As a Badin alum, I love to have the opportunity to teach here because it allows me to give back to a community that has given me so much. Being able to be a part of Badin's legacy, past and present, is something that I will always cherish.
Badin has truly opened so many doors for myself, and there's something here for everyone. Here at Badin, our principal says, "I watch what I do to see what I believe," by Sister Helen Prejean, and it's something that we truly live out here at Badin and something that I carry with me throughout my own life.
Favorite thing is being a student athlete at Badin, because you get to meet new people, and all your friends, you get to meet new friends too, and then the community is just great, supporting you and just helping you with whatever you need.
You should come to Badin because the teachers, they really care about your education, but also life outside of school. They are really good at creating a balance. They're really good at making sure that you are succeeding in their class. If you're not, they'll try and help you a lot.
At Badin, we empower students to achieve their personal best with the support of our amazing faculty and staff and our dedicated alumni, which will help them reach their future goals.
Here at Badin High School, we have 2 full synthetic turf fields where our athletes can train year-round. It gives our coaches a tremendous opportunity to be active with our student athletes and have them reach their maximum potential. Our athletic teams at Badin High School are very successful. Our coaches put in year-round effort and time to the dedication of our student athletes, where we average over 20 students per year committing to college athletics.
The extracurriculars, the coaches are phenomenal. We have a ton of clubs, and everything has a very good balance between school, those clubs, and also just living life.
Being a student athlete at Badin it's amazing. Just being in the hallways with your friends that are also your teammates and having classes with them, it just expands your friend group.
I think faith formation impacts our students in many ways. As they grow as a person, they're given the opportunities to grow in their faith and in their relationship with God and others.
And also in religion classes and retreats, I was able to push my faith to another level and create so many memories. Teachers also are really good at explaining the Catholic faith to you, even if you're not Catholic.
Service at Badin invites our students to open their eyes and their minds and their hearts to the world around them, to be more aware that not everybody's story looks like their own, and the importance of sharing their gifts with the world around them. Through our intentional 4-year service program that all of our students participate in, to multiple clubs that are service-based, to our Summer in Solidarity service trip program, our students have the opportunity to learn and to grow, to be a part of the community, and to shine.
Badin truly has something for everyone, and it has opened so many doors for me.
Badin students are wonderful to work with. They're always so eager to learn, and I even learn from them through the process, how to best help them reach their full potential.
At Badin, we intentionally create an environment that fosters inclusivity and sense of belonging. At Badin, we are all welcome. At Badin, todos somos bienvenidos.
You have the opportunity to be a part of something bigger than yourself, something extraordinary at Badin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here I was joined at the half by a member of the Hamilton, studying to be a Hamilton police officer, and his name is Patrick. Patrick Ray, you wanted to introduce yourself here to the audience?
Happy to be here. Thankful to Luke that he came up and pulled me out of the stands, but happy to be back in the booth for sure.
Well, be a little bit happier if Badin was playing a little bit better. Let's break down that first half here.
I mean, it was complete domination from the Rockets. I think anybody watching this game can see that, but always the second half for the Rams come out and prove themselves, come out with a little bit more energy than they'd had in the first half, and see what happens in the second half. I mean, it's week 10, so let it all play out.
So the thing is, when you watch Badin, the first half possessions, right, 3 and out with a big fumble, 3 and out with incompletions and penalties. They picked up a first down and then committed 2 penalties and lost the yards that they gained on the first down, and a 3 and out again. Flip it over to McNick. They drove deep into territory, had a couple penalties, got pushed back. Then they had their second drive, went down, scored a touchdown. Third drive, lucky interception, and then a field goal. Just complete dominance by the McNick offensive line.
And they look incredible during every drive. I mean, they know what they're doing. Their offense looks smooth, effective, and efficient. And there's been no answer for the Rams on the defensive side of the ball, especially. And their offense, I mean, Badin has chances. They have athletes, and they have stud players. I mean, Lem Grayson, you'd love to see him getting going in the second half. Hyde and out wide, you'd love to see him get going. So we'll see what Coach Jordy and the offensive staff gets going. Obviously, the first half stats were very one-sided, would be fair to say.
Well, the most interesting stat to me is this time of possession, it looked like, between the two teams, right? 14:48 for McNick. Badin had it for 9 minutes. It's an extra. That's a 5-minute difference, but
felt like longer than that.
It felt a lot longer than that. We have official stats here from some guy from the Badin area. Just handed us a stat book. 9 first downs for McNick, 1 for Badin. 10-0 as a score. 71-28 rushing advantage towards McNick, and an 80-10 in passing yards advantage to McNick. But you know what? It's a second half.
Always is, and the most lopsided stat I think is total offensive plays for McNick, 30 for 151 yards total, and Badin 14 plays for a total of 38 yards. Obviously, the Badin Rams would like to flip that stat around in the second half, and there's always a good chance to.
I mean, it feels right now like, I have the controller in my hand, I'm playing with McNick, and then my wife has the controller in her hand, and she's playing for Badin. That's really what this feels like.
You got to play against somebody.
Yeah. I got married about 3 weeks ago, so I think she's listening. Thank you.
There you go.
All right, so getting ready. We got about a minute here before the half gets going. You want to talk here a little bit, Patrick, about studying in the police force, and give us a little bit of your background here.
Yeah, so I've been I graduated from Badin in 23. I played football here for 4 years, and I worked. This was my third year now with Hamilton Police Department, but I am in the Ohio State Highway Patrol Academy up in Columbus. So very rigorous schedule, but I'm here. Come home on Friday nights, and happy to be here watching the Rams play. That is for sure. Good break.
Good break. So that's a little bit about Patrick. It's good to have him here. Luke will still be on the call, but he's going to focus in on his duties as making sure that the scoreboard does, and he doesn't have to he'll commentate occasionally. I mean, we do appreciate him, but he's also running the scoreboard. It's going to be hard. All right. Sekic is going to go ahead and get ready to kick it off. It looks like the Harveys are back deep to receive for McNick. By the way, I want to point something out here. I talked to, I believe, the McNicholas trainer at the half, and it's Andrew Corcoran, and then it's Joseph Royce are the two players whose names we've mispronounced in the first half. I did promise them that I would try to correct that, and we did. All right, Sekic going off here for the kick. Going deep. It's going to be fielded here at about the... Nope, it's not going to be fielded. It'll be McNick ball at the 20-yard line. So, Patrick, what changes do you think that they have made up front for the Badin defensive scheme right here?
I think Coach Slauger and the defensive staff are going to focus more on those RPOs that McNick's running. I mean, everything's been quick out of the quarterback's hands for McNick, and I think if Coach Slauger and the staff can fix some issues that are going on with the linebackers more specifically, I think the front four are playing about as well as they can with everything coming out pretty quick. But if you get those front four rushing quick and getting some time in that quarterback's hands with the ball, things could change in the second half.
Gotcha. All right. Sandfoss is back there. He's got 3 wide receivers off to his right, 1 tight end off to his left, tight end going in motion. Handoff, they're going to fake it off to Harris. And he is stood up in the backfield right there, and there's a little bit of a spunk. I don't know if reading the Badin body language, they just look mean right now in the absolute best way possible.
You can tell that there was a little bit of a different message coming out at halftime, and you can tell that coming out on the field there's a little bit more juice in the air, I think, if people would say. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they look like they're showing up with bad intentions there. By the way, that tackle was by number 51, who is a captain on the defense, Dylan Andrews. Sandforth going to be able to go. There's a screenplay. It's dead. He's running off for his life. He's running out of time. Throws it away very smartly.
That should be a legal man downfield, I believe. Should be the call. There was about 5 offensive linemen about 10 yards downfield. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it's at the 20-yard line. Good call right there.
Tried to set up the screen, but was well defended by Badin.
Yeah. Very smart defensive play right there. I want to specifically highlight 44, Logan Karshwich. He's a junior. He knew what he was doing, blew up the screen, and then did not allow the running back to slip away.
McNick's done that a couple times tonight. The screens that they've been running have been very effective, but their offensive line is doing, they're waving it off.
Yeah.
Badin front 4 recognized that one quick, though. When nobody blocks you, something's coming.
Yep. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 12 here for the Rockets. And this is actually going to be probably the best chance they've had to get the McNick offense off the field here. McNick 3 for 6 in the first half on 3rd down, but none of them were this far back or this long. Badin's crowd is getting into it. They're stomping the feet. The student section's up and cheering. Sandforth is going to be able to run a screen or run a quarterback draw, and he's going to be just short of the 4th down. 4th and about 1 right here. You had McNick go with the draw play, and it almost worked out.
It looks like the offense is staying on the field, probably trying to get somebody to jump off sides. We'll see here.
Aggressive here out of Coach Orlando. They got a long look over at the sideline.
Here comes the punt team. They got to hurry. Only 6 seconds on the play clock. Delay game.
Mm-hmm. I think McNick was okay losing 5 yards right there to try to get him to jump off sides.
Completely.
Well, I think you can see Coach Orlando, he sent a message right there. Hey, we are still in control of this game defensively. It's 10-0. I don't feel the need to go for it. If it was 10-0 Badin, they might have gone for it there.
Yeah, tough field position. I mean, you're at your own 24. We'll see what the punter does here, but there's potential to flip fields here.
Powderly with a good punt. It's going to land at about the 40-something yard line. Grayson going to... Ooh. Wow. Lim Grayson catches that punt off of the first bounce, and, I mean, they're in McNick territory.
Right
but
at the 50, yeah.
Yeah, I guess at the 50, but really gutsy play by a senior trying to make a play on senior night.
Ball was in front of him. I mean, he would have had he had some green grass in front of him, but the McNick defender from behind brings him down, but good, probably the best field position Badin's had all night.
Yes. All right, let's see here what Colton Emerson's going to do. And another penalty by Badin on 1st down.
Getting behind the sticks early.
Mm-hmm. So far they've had 4 first downs in this game, or 5 first downs in this game. 4 of them have had a penalty or a negative play. First and 15, ball at the 45-yard line. Still sticking with Colton Emerson there at quarterback. McNick threatening blitz. Grayson getting to the outside. Grayson trying to make a hole. Harvey going to meet him.
Flag on the play. I believe this is going to be a face mask on McNick.
Looked like it was on Sam Whitcomb, got his hands up high. It's hard to tackle a running back as shifty as Lim Grayson.
That is the call of face mask on McNick. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. And just again, we talked about it. The penalty's adding up for McNick, but that's a tough blow for the McNick defense. Had everything stuffed up.
Well, they defended that well, right? They put a wall out, and there's only so much Lim Grayson can do in that situation. Face mask, automatic first down.
It's first and
no,
12.
I guess
it's still first down.
I guess it was an unintentional because there's
Only
5-yard
5-yard.
penalties at this level. I'm used to NFL rules too. Grayson, handoff off to the right side. And he's to the outside. He got away from the defense, and he's going to pick up his best run of the night for 6 yards. Tackle on the play by number 10, Steve Meltebrink. No, that's a quarterback. Never mind. How about number 18, Zarius Harvey? Sorry, Steven.
I'll take a tackle. It's all right.
It's a backup quarterback. Handoff again off to Grayson, off to the left side. Grayson outflanking the defense, and he's going to have the second first down for Badin of the night. And yes, it looks like Coach Yordy's halftime speech, boys. You're playing for a perfect season. Start to be perfect.
Couldn't agree with that more. And you can see this offensive line, the front five for Badin, really getting a push on the McNick Rockets. I mean, I think their front three for McNick were all about 3 yards deep and just filling up holes from there. Grayson did a great job of filling that hole there.
Big boy football right now out of Badin. Pass play here out of Emerson. He's looking wrong down the left side. He's got a man. Oh! James Brink had a step, but the football had a step on him too. 2nd and 10 for Badin.
I think that's one Brink's going to want back. I think he saw it out of the hand and tried to beat it to the spot and lost the ball when he looked back up for it. But not a bad ball, a gutsy play call from Coach Yordy, but it was almost there for 6.
That's also sending a message to the McNick defense. Boys, we're not just a one-dimensional team. We will beat you deep. Don't think we won't.
And that Chase Even in the backfield now for the Rams instead of Lem Grayson, sophomore, who's had a great season for the Rams so far.
Even going to pick up a couple yards, like you just said. 5 yards there on first down or on second down. It's going to be 3rd and manageable, which sets up the opportunity here to potentially look at taking another shot.
See what Badin can do here on 3rd and 6. Even in the backfield with a hip formation with Saycash as a H-back.
Handoff off to the right side. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. Not going to quite move the sticks.
4th and a long 3. Wouldn't be surprised if you see the Rams offense stay out there.
No, not with the momentum they're building. Yeah, you would expect it here. Here comes Grayson. So the home run hitter comes in. They're going to take off Saycash.
Two running backs in the backfield, 2 by 1. Out to the left.
McNick going to bring a blitz here, so let's see what Emerson does. Checking with Coach Yordy on the sideline. Handoff down the middle. Looks like it's Even, and Even's going to have enough for the first down, and he's got a big play. And for the first time tonight, Badin is inside the McNick red zone.
It's a gutsy play call from Coach Yordy with the front from McNick, but Chase Even fighting through tacklers and putting in the extra effort to get the extra couple yards, put the Rams in the red zone for the first time tonight.
Yep, to keep those legs moving even. That's exactly what he did. So 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line, and McNick for the first time today is on their heels. Hand off to Grayson, off to the right side. Grayson going to make a move in the hole, get to the outside. 1st and goal. It looks like Grayson's still moving down to the 5-yard line.
This Badin momentum, it's a pendulum. We talked about it at halftime, and it has swung, and Badin still hasn't scored a point yet.
No, there's all this excitement. You can feel the change in this game right here.
Completely.
And it's also just been big boy football up front. The offensive line decided to take over. Grayson's found holes, and Evans found holes too.
Ground and pound, and I wouldn't expect Badin to go away from it here.
Handoff, Grayson up the middle. He's going to pick up a couple yards. Touchdown! And Badin is on the board. They've cut the lead. And an extra point away from an interesting game.
I think we're going to have a good second half of football here. That was a great run call from Coach Yordy and the Rams. Just a simple halfback dive up the middle.
I mean, to a certain extent, it felt like we have Lim Grayson and you don't. Deal with it.
And the other thing is McNick, with how they run their defense, they're only running 3 or 4 guys up front at the max. I mean, Badin got 5 guys up front and even throwing a 6th or a 7th up there with a tight end and an H-back and let the big boys do the work.
Yes. And the big boys did do the work right there. Extra point is up and good. I'm trying to get the number on that kid. It looks like it's 32.
The kicker, Mayahara.
Oh, Mayahara, okay. Gabe Mayahara right there, number 38, with the extra point. And Badin now has the momentum. Let's see what the counterpunch is here from McNick. I realize you're a Badin graduate, but let's put you in Coach Orlando's shoes. What are you calling right here? And don't tell me you want to throw a football interception. We're not doing that.
Stick to what was working in the first half. I mean, that first drive coming out of halftime obviously didn't go the way you wanted it to, but the RPOs were working in the first half. So stick to what's working. Let the quarterback that you have be an athlete like he is and see what happens. If deep shots are open, take them. That's what that Badin defense is going to give you, that 5 and stuff, but not to the outsides, but they're going to make you work for the deep shots and everything inside. So if the deep shots are there, take them. Take what the defense gives you. That's what I was always taught, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Coach Orlando does for the McNicholas Rockets here.
To me, though, it feels like an alarm clock went off at halftime, and the sleeping giant is now awake. And that
was Badin football we've been seeing all year.
Yeah. Kickoff going to go back. Harvey going to take it at about the 2. He's across the 10. He's out across the 20. He's got a big hole. Sankic gets him down at the 40-yard line, saving a touchdown, but it looks like there's going to be a penalty flag at about the 16-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, the rocket launch was delayed.
This one is going to be coming back.
As they're shooting out T-shirts.
I'm kind of concerned. The T-shirt, launcher is getting pretty close to the glass here. Can someone alert that student to shoot that somewhere else?
I'm about to open up this window, see if I can make a play. I think it was 2 weeks ago. We had I was standing up top to our right, and we had about 3 T-shirts go over the stadium. So,
oh gosh,
I don't think that was designed, but it did happen.
Okay, so after what looked like a holding call, it's going to be McNick at the 10-yard line. So all game long, you have dealt them blow after blow after blow. McNick, let's see you make a play here. They've just threw their first punch back. Let's see your counter. Sandfoss is going to be able to keep it here on the RPO. He's looking off to the left side. He's got about 5-6 yards on first down, and that was the recipe for success for McNick.
Just like we talked about the RPO. I mean, you had the bubble screen to the right. The numbers were there. McNick said, let the quarterback take it himself, and that's what Sandfoss did, and gets a good 6 for first down.
Yep. Junior quarterback going to go over to the sidelines, and they're going to huddle it up. It looks like McNick is just trying to kill clock, too. Shorten this game. The shorter it goes, the less likely Badin is to make a big play here. Trips down to the right, and there's 3 guys covering him, too. Sandfoss going to fake the handoff, and he's going to pick up a couple yards before getting stung by a Ram, but he's got the first down.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yep, a little bit of Woody Hayes right there. So 1st and 10 after being backed up on a penalty. The McNick offense starting to are keeping the momentum going from the first half.
And the Badin defense plays into that a little bit. All they're coached on is limiting the big play. That's what Badin philosophy is. That's what it always has been, and the Knicks playing into that very well right now.
Sandfoss going to pump fake, going to look deep. It's not there. It's not there. He's going to force it anyways. And Brody Conrad was the intended receiver on the play. Could have been pass interference. Could have been intercepted too.
I'm kind of confused on what that play call was there. I'm going to chalk it up to a little bit of a miscommunication in the call. It looked like Sandfoss was looking for a little bit of a pump and go action, and that wasn't there. So
there was a pump, but there was not a go. I mean, that's just
the go was about 6 yards.
Yeah. All right, 2nd and long here for McNick. They got trips out to the right side again.
You're going to see McNick a lot in that trips formation in the second half.
Sandfoss is going to take a sweep off to the left-hand side. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. Don't get a late flag over there, boys. It's going to make it 3rd and about 4. This feels like a big point in the game right here for both teams.
I would agree with that, and actually an interesting spot. It looks like it's going to be more like 3rd and 6.
Ooh. Little home cooking right there.
Their spots haven't been that great today.
Luke letting us know that the spots haven't been that great today. He's done a good job with the scoreboard, and I appreciate him being involved here on the play calling here in the second half. So 3rd and 6, the Badin crowd is now trying to pump the team into this. The question is, what is Evan Sandfoss going to do? He's going to hand it off, and he's 44 right there with the hit. Logan Karshwich, the junior.
Looked like he read that play from the jump. That's called a good film study and some aggressive behavior from number 44 in black.
It was. Badin going to get the stop. They're going to take over probably near midfield here. They've got number 2, LT King, back to receive the kick. Also looks like it's 19, Preston Davenport.
2 big play guys for the Rams.
High snap, fielded well. Ball going out of bounds, and that's not good field position. We are next to the McNick coaches, and they are not happy right now.
And this is referee still moving.
Ooh.
Ball at the 35. Rams will take over there.
Well, Patrick, we think you're the good luck charm for the Rams right now. Looks like you're just going to have to stay right there for the playoff run and keep calling the games.
I think, and we talked about it last drive that Badin had. 50-yard line was their best field position, and Coach Orlando and the Rockets said, I'll one-up you, 35.
Yeah. All right. Colton Emerson back in the backfield, handing off to Lim Grayson. Grayson going to make a move out to the outside. He's out to the 30. He's out to the 28-yard line. Big-time rough tackle right there.
They threw a flag on it, too.
Finn Mayer, the junior wide receiver / defensive back, looks like he might have been a little excessive on that tackle.
They think they called a face mask, and I don't think this one's going to be inadvertent like the last one was.
Face mask on the defense. It's on 15.
Credit to Hudson Hyde on the outside there in 11 in black. He did a great job blocking on the outside edge there, giving Grayson a two-way go, and he chose to go towards the sideline. Going to give Badin a couple extra yards on that one.
So 1st and 10 here for the Rams. Ball at the 22-yard line. All right, Patrick, the entire playbook's open here. You taking a shot, or are you just going to keep running the ball?
I think running the ball is working right now, but with Coach Yordy and his staff, I wouldn't be surprised if a shot play was coming to Hyde or Brink here. I mean, those are your 2 big play hitters with Grayson in the backfield as well.
Sakic going in motion off to the left side. Grayson going to pick up about 2 before he's met by a whole host of Rockets. In specific, I want to highlight number 88 right there, Josh Sharon, making a big tackle. 2nd and 8. McNick staying with that 3-man front, but they are loading the box with linebackers and safeties and things like that, and that's going to lead to a Yordy shot, like you mentioned, Patrick.
We got this 2-by-none formation here for the Rams to our near side, so you can see what happens here.
Grayson going to take it off. He's going to make a move in the hole, pick up another 2 yards before about 5 or 6 Rockets go for it here. 3rd and 6.
You're in field goal territory for Mayahara. I wouldn't be shocked if you see a shot play here, but also the ground game's been working, so if you're Coach Yordy, you still have the whole playbook open.
The man knows what he's doing. He's got enough wins under his belt. Emerson going to be the quarterback back here in the backfield. He's joined by Grayson. Off to the right is going to be James Brink. He's in motion. Emerson going to throw it up. Brink's over there. Oh, just outshot the outstretched arms of James Brink right there, the senior. Come on, man. You were in motion, too. I had you set up for a touchdown there, buddy.
I like the play call from Coach Yordi. A little bit of misdirection from Brink on the outside there. Another one I think Brink's going to want back tomorrow morning.
Yep. All right, well, here comes the kicker on, how do you say it again? Mayahara on to attempt the field goal. Looks like it's going to be about a 36-yarder.
Legacy of Badin kickers now. That last name has.
High snap. And we have a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 2:59 left here in the third quarter. Badin has not only taken momentum, they have taken the ball game over. It is tied, but it certainly feels like the momentum is wearing black and green.
I would agree with you on that one.
Good to see the student section up and cheering and the band's playing over there. It looks like an American-themed night. A bunch of Patriot hats and things like that. So, Patrick, with you graduating in 2023, were you on the team that went to the state title game?
I was. I was not a part of that game, I would say. Had a comfortable seat on the sideline, but what a ride that was, I'll tell you. I mean,
Yeah.
it was an electric couple games there, and wouldn't trade that experience for the world. That was some of the top high school experiences of my life were during that year and during that run of that football season.
Well, let's pack into that. I want to talk about that later here. But right now, Sakich is going to go back and kick it off here. Back deep are the Harvey boys for McNick. Harvey going to take it from about the 10. He's going to get across the 20 out, almost to the 30, and that's another big return. This time there's not a penalty on the play, but a really nice return right there by number 19, Zayden Harvey, who is a senior.
He found a nice little hole there from the Badin kick defense there and got good field position for the Rockets, their best field position in the second half.
Mm-hmm. So let's remember this, McNick, if they win, that guarantees them a spot in the playoffs. If they lose, they have to scoreboard watch.
Okay.
This game is very important to the Rockets because I guarantee you don't want to play them in the playoffs with how they're playing tonight.
Oh, it's a team with a lot of energy, that is for sure. And once momentum goes that way, it's tough to bring it back.
Powderly was in motion, handoff to Royce up the middle. Ooh. And that's why I like commentating on football and not playing it.
The textbook tackle there.
Whew. Joseph Royce is going to fill that one in the morning. 2nd and 9. That was a tough yard against this Badin defense.
And Badin defense, that front four for the Rams, they just clog up everything and let the linebackers make the plays, and that's exactly what happened there. And looks like Badin's going to have a front five on defense now with the way McNick's playing football right now.
Mm-hmm. Quick pass. Caught. First down.
Mm-hmm.
And it was number 4, Mitch Gannon. That's the 4th or 5th time we've called him today. It's definitely Evan Sandfoss's favorite target. But first down and 10 again. McNick is not going anywhere. They are ready to play with Badin throughout this whole 4 quarters.
Quick little hitch there from the Rockets, and Sanford was on time with his Sandfoss, my bad, was on time with his delivery. It's about all you can ask for if you're Coach Orlando and the Rockets.
McNick seems to be a little bit late coming out of the huddle. This might be close to a delay of game. Nope, Sandfoss is going to be able to get it off. Handoff, or going to keep it off to the right side. McNick blocking it well, but it is stood up. Number 5 right there, Rocco. I'm going to give up how to pronounce that kid's last name. Malazio. Thank you. with the play. Kept that outside arm free and made the tackle.
Badin defense is stretching everything out, making those gaps go a little bit wider, and that's where you get potentially loss of yardage like we had there, or even just a gain of a couple, which will keep this Badin defense in the game and keep the McNick offense behind the sticks.
So something else is you're seeing Badin bring on fresh D linemen right there. They're not just playing the same guys. They're bringing in some depth, which is good, and they're bringing on sophomores too. Man in motion is going to be Royce. It's going to be Sanforth right up the middle. He's got a play, and he's got a first down and 10. Evan Sanfoss is deep into Badin territory.
So a quarterback draw and some missed gap assignments from that Badin front four like we were just talking about, but that defense by committee, especially in that front four, is a thing that Coach Slauger and the staff, I think, really put an emphasis on with the younger legs that they have in there and just getting those guys those varsity reps, and I think it's been working out pretty well for the Rams this year.
Mm-hmm. Now, they lost a pair of starters last week against Alter, right? Were those guys up front?
Yes, Alex Pate and Alex Albrink, I believe, were the two that were both out.
Okay.
I think they're both expected to be back for the playoffs, but I haven't heard anything.
So that kind of explains the McNick strategy. Where there's a weak spot in younger players, you go after them. And there's a Badin Ram down. It's number 43. 43 is Jackson Turner. He is a sophomore linebacker.
He's holding his left calf, and he's trying to limp off the field, but training staff's going to come out and assist him off or help him on the field.
Believe it or not, for those of you who are at home, I know it's cold out there, but you can still cramp in weather like this. And that's what you hope it is when anytime there's a leg injury. That is also the end of the third quarter as we enter the fourth quarter. It's going to be McNick 10, Badin 10. The Rams dominated the third quarter, though. So, Patrick, where was the state championship game? Up in Canton, right?
Yes.
So why don't you talk a little bit about, like, waking up that morning and, like, what it was like getting on the bus and, you know, the environment going into that game?
So our game was on a Saturday. That was what the schedule was for D3 for the state championship game. So we were the late night game on Saturday. So we had probably a 4-hour bus trip up to Canton. We stopped at, funny enough, St. Francis Sales before we played them consistently. But we stopped up there, had a road trip. Overall, just a crazy experience. I mean, never something I would think of, but it seemed like the entire city was there in Canton that night, and that is something I will cherish for the rest of my life for sure.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. 2nd and 6 here. Sanfoss is going to hand it off. It's going to be a first down up the middle. That looked like it was number 19. And 19 is Zayden Harvey. Zarius and Zaven Hardy.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see Coach Slauger and the Badin defense bring some pressure and start blitzing a couple more guys than they have been in the past. Try to fill up some of those McNick running lanes that they've had.
Be a good idea. Take the break off the sophomore lineman. There's a hole right up the middle. It's going to be Harvey again, and he's got another first down. McNick is moving the chains repetitively against this Badin defensive front.
See what adjustments the Badin defensive line makes on their own here. I mean, it's just man-on-man football right now. McNick's winning that battle up front.
Mm-hmm. With Alex Wall out and relying on sophomores in a big rivalry game, McNick looking to play spoiler on senior night. Handoff up the middle. Stood up by a whole herd of Rams there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. 19, Zayden Harvey on the run.
Looks like we're...
There's another Ram getting up slow.
It's Cruz Fox, number 65 in black. Another sophomore for the Rams up front.
We're already over a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. McNick is bleeding the clock. Playing this drive perfectly. Harvey going in motion, then going to move back. Quarterback going to roll off to the left. It's there. First down. Looking for more. All right. Max Orlando, the coach's son, he had the receiving touchdown earlier. He's got another touch. This time it's going to be first and goal for the Rockets.
And you can see Badin defense and McNick offense both bringing in some bigger bodies here. Be expecting a ground and pound approach inside the 2 from Coach Orlando and the Rockets.
You're going to see some big boy football right here is what you're saying.
6 offensive linemen and 2 H-backs for the Rockets.
Zayden Harvey is the bigger of the 2. Harvey going to get the run off the right side, and he's got touchdown. And this visiting McNick crowd is feeling it right now with a really nice drive right there. Evan Sandfoss with a couple of runs and passes, but the offensive line is winning the battle up front against Badin. And here's going to be Andrew Corcoran, the kicker. Good snap, good hold. And Corcoran with the make. It's 17-10. The pressure shifts back to Badin. Let's see how the offensive line handles it. So, Patrick, if I put you in charge of the offensive line here, what are you calling? I mean, obviously you would think Lim Grayson right, Lim Grayson left, but what else are you calling on this drive?
If I'm Coach Yordy and the staff, I'm starting to set up some stuff. I'm starting to, like you said, the running game to the right and the running game to the left, but you have athletes to the outside. You have Hyde. You have Brink. Get those guys involved with some shot plays down the field and make these McNick DBs and safeties stop you. That would be my game plan. I mean, Hyde and Brink are some of the best athletes in the state. I don't think there's any question about that. So you got to let them loose a little bit and try to connect. I mean, we've had 2 in the second half where they've been inches away from connecting for 6. So we'll see what this Badin offense does and what the McNick counterpart is for the defense and their adjustments that they make.
So Preston Davenport back to receive along with James Brink. And, you know, selfishly you would like to see Brink make a touchdown because he's been really close on 2 occasions where it's just, you know, if he was 6'2" or 6'2" instead of 6 foot, he'd have had both of them. But, yeah. All right, Corcoran going to go back and have a kickoff here. It's going to be pooched. You got to get on that. Heads up play there by the Badin up man to be able to jump on that ball. Number 29 right there, Jackson Brewer. He's a senior. It's good to see that senior have a special moment on senior night to recover that kick. Colton Emerson back at quarterback.
Badin setting up with a tight end and H-back up front.
Mm-hmm. Handoff going off to Grayson. He's got a swarm of Rockets around him. That's where this game's going to be won. You got to push the Rocket front back. Under 9 minutes now to go as the clock is moving pretty quickly here in the fourth quarter.
Low time on the play clock for the Rams.
Got to get the snap off. Pop pass over here. Moving on the edge. He's got it. He's over. All right, first down there for James Brink. He got on the edge on a pop pass. First down there in McNick territory. Creative play call right there. I like that, you know.
That's the type of stuff you like to see from the Rams. I mean, James Brink, I would be willing to bet he's probably running a 4.40 right now. And you get him moving in space, he's going to be a play making. player. So that's what you got there for the Rams.
Creative way to move the ball down the field. So 2 tight ends, and here we go. Grayson off to the left side. Grayson stood up after a 2-yard gain. You kind of got to get creative with those pop passes and stuff. This McNick defense, they are playing really well tonight.
They're very gap sound, and you can tell they're very well coached. So you can see when their Badin offensive line is trying to move them to the left or the right, that they're not getting as much movement and gap that Grayson and Even can run through, making it very hard and making them having to stretch out runs a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, they subbed out Lim Grayson and they brought in Even. So let's see what the backup running back does. But he had a really nice run to convert a 4th down on a touchdown drive. Pass play going off to the right side. Incomplete pass. They are not going to call pass interference right there. Tough play, but the McNick kid turned around and saw the ball. It's a tough no call, but it is the right call nonetheless.
It was great, well defended by the Rockets, and possibly a bit underthrown, but I mean that's a tough play, and I'm all for letting the kids play, like you said. So you're going to hear no arguments about that no call from me.
Looks like we got a timeout here by Coach Yordy. 7:28 left. It's going to be the first timeout taken by either team in the second half. So 17-10 here. McNick's defense has stepped up for the challenge here a little bit. You've had Badin be able to run the ball in the second half, but McNick's offense went down the field, got a touchdown to retake the lead, and now Badin is in the process of potentially coming back and tying up the game. 3rd and 8. Is this 4-down territory if they don't get it?
With this time left on the clock and the situation that you're in, I think it depends on this 3rd down play. If you're running the ball here and you get 3 or 4, I would assume it would be 4th down territory because we're not in field goal range yet, I don't believe, for my Har's range. But if you get 2, I think it's a tough situation for Coach Jordy and the Rams because they're trying to play the field position game, with 7 minutes left on the clock. I mean, there's plenty of time for football.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be a 57-yard field goal from where it's at right now. That there's not a high school kicker in the country that I would feel comfortable going for that. Emerson going to take the snap. He's looking to throw. Gets it. All right, he's got to number 2, LT King. King going to be close to a first down, but he's not quite going to get it, and this is definite going for it.
The near spot official
ruled
the first down.
So the near spot official overruled the far side. The far side is in my line of view. The near side is not. So you're going to have 1st and 10 here for Badin. Close call, but you'll take it if you're the Rams.
Exactly. I think that near side versus the far side official were probably offset by about a yard. So yeah. I think that McNick side was a little bit confused when they saw the clock being stopped and first down being pointed to.
Motion out of Sakich. Handoff Emerson over to Grayson. Grayson going to barrel down inside the 30. He is a load to tackle. 5'8", 195 pounds, but he runs bigger than that.
That's why he's going to play at a very competitive school at the next level.
Do we know which one?
Grand Valley State University.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know who Grand Valley State's coach was at one time?
I'm not sure.
Brian Kelly. That's where he got his start. I don't know that that's something I'd claim to brag about, but
start nonetheless.
Yeah. 2nd and about 6 here. Emerson, handoff to Grayson. Grayson going to bust it out to the outside, makes a man miss, makes a spin move, but a big-time tackle right there. Number 17, Brody Conrad. This McNick team, they are made of something else right now.
Yeah, 3rd and 5 for the Rams. Another tough play call for Coach Yordy.
I just want to talk real quick about McNick and say this. Their schedule, they are 5-4. Back-to-back tough losses to Fenwick and Alter, but they had a nice little 4-game winning streak right before that. This is a team ready to burst on the scene. Man in motion, they're going to flip it off to King. He's got the... King has the first down. They're in the red zone. James Brink, with the pop pass. First down and 10 for the Rams.
You can see that Badin offensive line and all those wide receivers in that bunch formation just reach blocking to get the edge for Brink. Brink taking care of the rest with his speed.
Back in the red zone here. We're going to cross the 5-minute mark here any second now. Emerson, handoff to Grayson. Grayson going to bust it out to the outside. He's got a lane. Another big-time tackle right there. Zarius Harvey, senior wide receiver / corner, bringing him down 2nd and 3 following the 7-yard gain.
He's had 2 touchdown-saving tackles this drive alone.
Mm-hmm.
And Grayson coming out for a breather.
They're bringing even in. He had the 4th down conversion. Maybe he's got a touchdown in him here. Handoff down the middle. It's going to be even running through people. Looked like he had the first down. Might have been bumped back a little bit, but it looks like they're going to give him a pretty good field position.
Forward progress for sure. First down for the Rams at about the 9.5.
So no, they're going to say 3rd down here. So this time, the side judge on the McNick side overruled the side judge on the Badin side.
This is 4-down territory for the Rams. Has to be.
Yeah. Fumble. McNick ball. It bounces off the quarterback's hands. Emerson drops it. McNick waking up with a Christmas present right there. 1st down and 10. Rockets at the 3:58 mark. 1st and 10 at the 8-yard line.
Mishandled the snap. Bounced off Evans' face mask and right into the hands of the McNick defenders. I mean, that is the definition of a gift.
The first play of the game was a miscommunication handoff, exactly like that right there. Just an unlucky break. And it possibly could be Badin's last offensive play was fumbled the same exact way its first was. And if you're the Badin defense, this is where you're going to earn your keep as far as being the starters of the future for that D-line.
Man, if you're the Rams, you still have a chance. There's 3:58 left on the clock. You got 2 timeouts if you're Coach Jordy. This game is far from over. I mean, this offensive series for the Rockets will be telltale as far as the rest of this game goes.
The crowd is really picking it up here. It is loud. They are stomping their feet. Sandfoss is going to be able to keep it here on the RPO, and he picks up about 2, but it looks like there's going to be under 3:30 left by the time this clock bleeds down. The Rockets are bleeding the clock.
And as they should. I mean, you get 40 seconds on that play clock for a reason, so use all of it, all that you can at least. And I would be shocked if the ball leaves the quarterback's hands.
Yeah. Sandfoss is clearly one of your most electric players. He needs to have the ball in his hands. 2nd and 9 here. Sandfoss going to hand it off. It's going to be Royce is going to pick up a couple yards. 3rd and about 4. There's no way you're passing this, right?
No chance.
Yeah.
They're keeping this ball on the ground, and if you get 4, you get 4, great. If you don't, punt it away and have your defense win the game for you.
So just to remind you folks at home, there's going to be less than 3 minutes here on the clock. There's 2 timeouts left for Badin. This is as close to a must stop as you can get.
McNick using every bit of time that they can, but this Badin crowd getting on his feet, trying to bring some momentum to their defense.
Young center, let's see if he can keep it up here with the noise level. Sandfoss going to hand it off, and he shorts.
Coach Yordy trying to signal a timeout, and they give it to him. Definitely
so it's going to be 4th and about inches here. What's interesting is the McNick coaching staff said yes, even though he was tackled short of the first down. They're going for it.
I'll be interested to see here what happens. You're in a very tough spot. I mean, your running game has got you this far in this drive especially, but really all the second half in the game. So if you trust your front 5, you trust your front 5. It's a tough call for Coach Orlando, but if you're spotting the playoffs on the line, why not end it with the ball in your hands?
Exactly. If I was Coach Orlando, I'm running some kind of a play where you're moving the defense with Sandfoss, faking it one way and then taking it the other way and letting him read the defense with an option play type thing here.
Read option, I wouldn't hate the call at all, but there is a bunch of McNicholas Rockets in that huddle on their side of the field. I'm interested to see whether the punt team comes out or the offense.
No, I think you go down swinging here. That's what I do. I mean, you're playing up, right? This is a D5 team taking on a D3 team on the road. They've already won the conference. You're punching above your weight here. Yeah, and that's exactly what they're going to do. No. Yeah, there's Sandfoss right here. All right, looks like we're going to see some kind of a tush-push here. The first under center snap of the night for either team.
Hard count.
17 seconds here on the play clock.
He jumped. Ooh. No call from the referee.
44 close to jumping, Logan Karshwich. And Badin jumps right there. You can't have that penalty. Sandfoss gets him to jump with a pulling back and then running under center, and Badin's sophomore D-line gets a little nervous and jumps right there.
Badin's calling for an illegal motion, or they're trying to get it, but you're not going to get that from after that call was just made. I don't know the complete rule on that at all, but Badin's sideline's pretty irate about it.
Anyways, it's going to be 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, one timeout for the Rams. This is absolutely must time. All right, they get a stop right there on Joseph Royce, 2nd and 11. It's so hard to not jump when you're a D lineman on 4th and short. I cannot blame that kid. You were in high school taking a math test today, and now you're up there with the entire game on the line. He's a kid. Do not be mad at him. I don't want to see any of that crap. You just leave the kid alone right here.
Well played by the McNicholas offense. I mean, that exactly what your coach there. And
that's why I didn't want to name the kid after jumping. You just don't want to. Sandfoss is going to be able to pick up a couple yards here. There's going to be about a minute left on the clock going into the – well, no, there's going to be about a minute 10 left on the clock. My math's not very good. Going into this 3rd and 6 play.
This is a longer 3rd down than McNicholas had the last time they were in 3rd down, but still, this ball is not leaving the ground, that's for sure.
No, yeah, and Sandfoss has just absolutely owned this game with his legs. He has been the best player on the field right now for both teams.
Coach, you already still got one timeout in his back pocket, and Coach Orlando is going to call a timeout here.
Yep. So that's going to be the first timeout used by McNicholas with 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Trying to get an update right now on a couple of the other games going on, but it looks like there's not much of an update right now with Twitter going on. 17-10 for those of you who are joining us right here. There's about 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Badin just drove it down inside the 10-yard line of McNicholas and then turned it over on a fumble by the quarterback on a bad exchange with the running back. And then McNicholas went down. They had a 4th and 1. Game on the line. Unfortunately, a young man for Badin jumped. We're not gonna blame that kid. You'd have jumped too. You know, the person who's criticizing him the most.
Badin bringing in some big boys up front. Pete Pendergast, the offensive lineman for the Rams, is up playing nose guard on this play, on this 3rd down, when it's clearly going to be a run play. No wide receivers even out wide for the Rockets.
Sandfoss going to be able to keep it on the right. If they can force him out of bounds, they can save that timeout. Clock is running. It's going to be timeout, Coach Yordi. It just went under a minute, so 56 seconds left here. They're going to have to punt, and the game comes down to number 17, Colton Emerson.
Badin's going to get the ball in favorable position here for sure.
Now, something I'm going to point out here is McNick has had a slow release
on their punt.
Yep. So they've had when the long snapper has sent it back, it's taken a little bit longer than it should. If I'm Badin here, I'm sending everybody after the punt.
And this Badin team's blocked a couple punts this year. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that at all. But obviously with number 2 and number 19 for the Rams back there, I think you're also prepping for a return and see if you put your offense in an even better spot. This game far from over in this last 56 seconds.
It is, yes. Well, and let's also go over this. You've had a couple opportunities with James Brink deep. He's beat his man, and he's been open, just didn't have perfect execution on the throw and on the pass and on everything. And that's a hard throw. The play has been there. All right, they're going to send one guy back. It's going to be Preston Davenport, the junior. Looks like everybody else is going here after this punt. This is exactly what Badin should do. McNick, you have to execute. Up. There's a jump.
A little bit of movement. But you see, if you look on your screen right now, there are 4 players in black jerseys in the Rocket backfield on that punt. They are coming.
Yeah. Like I said, this is why you make them have to execute. Go after this punt. A punt return is great. A punt block is better.
And this McNick punter is punting from his own 3.
Mm-hmm. What's going through his head right now? Low or high. Just missed him. All right. About the 36-yard line here.
Even walking it up more.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still moving. At the 25, the Rams will take over.
51 seconds left. You can feel the emotion right now from this Badin crowd. They are ready for this.
And this is why you play the game. This is why high school sports are so great. You got 51 seconds on the clock. Offense on senior night in front of the new home crowd. Can't beat it.
Mm-hmm. All right, who's your number 1 target right here?
It's got to be Brink. It's either Brink or Hyde, and everybody else will work, but those are my first 2.
Emerson, it's going to be a screen. King going to pick up a couple yards there. The clock is ticking. It's going 44, 43, 42, 41. Got to get set, boys.
Rams moving quickly. Coach Jordy giving the play call to Colton Emerson.
It's been 11 seconds in between snaps here. Let's get going. Emerson, he's got time. Rolling to his right.
Get out of bounds.
Get out of bounds.
He did.
All right, they're going to blow the play. They're going to blow it dead. 24 seconds left. 3rd and, 4. I don't really know that matters right now.
Not at all. First down is of utmost importance here if you're the Rams, but you also got to keep getting out of bounds and stopping the clock where it is.
And remember, the clock will stop until the chains are set for a first down here. Emerson, he's got time. He's looking over. He's got a screenplay set up. Okay. And there's a first down. They're going to stop the clock with 18 seconds until they can get it set. The boys need to come up and spike this thing. 18.
That's what they're doing. Referee getting out of the way.
17, 16. All right, they're going to stop it with 15 seconds left. 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line right here.
Good screen call from Coach Yordy, getting Hudson Hyde the ball out in space. Just a little screen, but getting enough action to get the first down.
Mm-hmm. Luke, remember how you said this game was probably going to go down to the wire? I think you were right.
He's a genie in a bottle.
Last 2 against them have been this bad.
The last 2 against them have been this bad, yeah. It was 10-6 last year, and it was 38-35 the year before that. Both of those were at McNick's Field. This is the first time the Rockets have come into Badin's brand new stadium, and they've kind of liked it so far, just saying.
I think I think there was a miscommunication between the referee and Coach Yordy talking about the clock, but 18 seconds is back up on the clock.
Yeah, they added 3 seconds here. All right, 3 wide receivers going out to the right. It's going to be King, on the far end of that trips formation. That's the number 1 target. There's also Brink over there, and there's Grayson.
Hudson's Hyde to the opposite side.
Grayson, he's running out of time in the pocket, scrambling to the right. Grayson throwing towards the back of the end zone. Incomplete. 8 seconds left. 2nd and 10 at the 3rd down and 10 here. Almost intercepted and almost caught, too.
The best case scenario for the Rams, you have 2 plays here. And, I mean, you're at the 15. Your whole playbook's at your disposal, but everything is in the air. It's to the end zone or it's out of bounds.
Exactly. The line's got to give Emerson time. He's delivered 2 catchable balls as well, I might add. Emerson going to roll to the right here. The offensive line rolling with him. Emerson throwing. And it looks like it's caught.
Well, there's a miscommunication here because the McNick player has the ball, but I think they're saying Badin caught the ball. So this is going to be the ball is at midfield.
So, yeah, Zarius Harvey has the ball. It is being labeled as a catch for LT King at the 5-yard line. So it looks like the clock's going to stop.
This has to be ruled dead by the officials.
Nobody knows what's going on right now. Okay, they're going to stop the clock. There's 1 second left.
Who's at midfield with the ball? I mean, there's no win for the McNick coaches there. I mean, obviously they're frustrated because the clock wasn't moving, but there was no ball in play. I think the referees are going to add more time to this, to be honest with you.
So, well, the other thing that they need to think about is adding a 15-yard personal foul. Excessive.
Delay a game, something. I mean,
yeah.
I would.
Regardless, right here, there's 1 second left here on the play clock. Timeout, McNick. Ball at about the 6-yard line. This is your game winner right here.
You got to find your playmakers, and you got a quads formation right now from the Rams at the top of the screen towards the far sideline. I'd like to see some type of movement off of there from Brink and Hyde working off of each other to get into the end zone for 6.
At some point, the refs need to get control of Coach Orlando here. He just called timeout. He is out inside the numbers on the far side of the field. The refs need to get control of this game. They don't have it right now. They need to get control of this game, and it needs to have leadership from both adults on the sidelines. Coach Orlando, I get your frustration, but you need to calm down. Get your hand off the ref, buddy.
I don't think that's Coach Orlando either. Coach Orlando was brought back to the sideline.
Yeah, you're right. Orlando's wearing a visor.
These referees are hearing it from the McNick coaching staff, but I don't think it's nothing they could do. There was no ball in play after the catch. The McNick defender came up with it somehow, but I don't know how that happened.
Luke, do you have the replay? I'd like to just watch the. He does not have the replay, and that's okay. So from what we could ascertain on the. Okay, so looking at the replay, hopefully this is live right now for you at home as well. It's a catch on the field, and the kid is down. The McNick kid is going to pick up the ball and start running out to midfield.
I mean, he crossed the 50.
Yeah, but regardless, the play would have been dead. All right,
the first down.
Yeah,
yes.
The refs need to get control of this game. The offensive line needs to get control of this game. And if you're Badin, you need to figure out a way to get 6 here. McNick going to bring some kind of a stunt inside. That's what they've done all night. They're going to blitz.
This is the ball game.
Emerson going to take the snap. He's going to roll to the left.
There's a flag down.
Emerson going to throw it up. Incomplete.
We have a flag over here.
We have a flag on the play, though.
There's a flag on the near sideline, and McNick is out on the field celebrating, but I don't know if this is on the offense or the defense.
And it's definitely on the McNick defense.
It is. No, I think it's on the offense.
It's on the offense. So We don't know what happened there. The refs aren't giving us any clearance. McNick 17, Badin 10. The Rams are going to walk into the brand new Badin facility and give them their first loss at home. What a disappointment. Where are the referees to finish this game off?
It's a tough loss for the Rams for sure. I mean, I think everybody in the stadium can understand that, but nonetheless, a 9-1 season and on to the playoffs.
Yep. And if you're McNick, wow. You earned your way into the playoffs tonight. Punched above your weight.
Game.
Yeah.
For sure.
And if you're Badin, 9-1 is still a great year. The McNick coaches are a little bit excited next to us here, and they have every right to be. If you're Badin, you're still somebody who doesn't want to be played. I mean, nobody's going to want to take these boys on in the playoffs, but I'll tell you, nobody wants to take on McNick either. Big upset by the Rockets here tonight.
For sure.
There's a little bit of the, not a clean expression, but tasting your own blood, right? You get beat at home on senior night in front of your fans by a rival, and then you're going to go to the playoffs and go take it out on your next opponent. I mean, this could be a real learning experience for Badin. Do not look defeated, boys. You lost tonight, but you can still win the war and win a state championship.
For sure. And this team has all the capabilities to do so. I mean, the big boys up front, I mean, had a good game today. I mean, this is obviously a tough one, and we'll see what the playoffs have in store for the Rams, but nothing to hang your heads about at all. Onward and upwards.
Onward and upwards. Well, if you were Coach Orlando tonight, what are you saying to the boys over there?
You earned your way in.
Yeah.
Now you got to keep proving it.
Absolutely, you did. Well, hey, Patrick, before we go, good luck with your police academy stuff.
Thank you.
If you pull me over, try to remember this night, the magic that it was, and if you give me a ticket, I'm sure I earned it. Luke, I want to say thank you to you for helping cover some of the game as well as doing all your stuff. I think what you're doing at the University of Cincinnati is amazing. Keep going. You seem to love what you're doing, and that, you know what, you can't put a price on that. Hopefully, Badin can find some love here in the next week and get to a good playoff seed and be able to bounce back from this. And if you're McNick, congratulations. You are the first visiting team to walk into this field and win. You've earned it.
Mm-hmm. Completely.
Mm-hmm. Well, for the Badin News Network, this is Dan Conway, and I'm signing off here for Patrick Gray as well. Have a great night, and God bless. Goodbye.